Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Education and Associated Institutions and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities announced an indefinite strike starting today, Monday, following the Nigerian government's failure to pay 4 months of withheld salaries after 7 days ultimatum and previous deadline passed without payment. Union leaders Mohammed Ibrahim and Prince Peter Adeyemi directed all members to join the strike. The strike demands include the fulfillment of the Memorandum of Understanding signed by the government in August. The educational sector. Why is it difficult for them to fulfill, to carry out the agreements they had? Are they actually taking education as a priority in our country? I remember that some elites came up to say that if they want insecurity in this country to completely go, completely eradicated, that they have to educate the people. In all sectors of education now, there's always strike here, strike then, strike there, and then the government will come up to say, no work, no pay. Meanwhile, the one they worked, you have not paid them. What exactly is going on here, Mr. Krika? Make it make sense to me, please.
Emma, there's really a problem in Nigeria. And the problem is not being caused.
Is it just in Nigeria?
No. It's our case study.
Okay.
The problem is not being caused by the people below, the uneducated. The problem is being caused by what? Mostly the what? Educated ones. What do I mean is that now, going for looking at this, there's no year in Nigeria, let me use the word no year in Nigeria, that we don't have what? Strike issues. Strike issues. You see that NSU is going for a strike, but what is my concern is we are talking about education, SSANU and NASU and all the rest. Nigeria should go past that level of strike. This issue of strike, other countries we don't see them. It is not as rampant as we have in Nigeria. Now, I'm seeing the other part that is really skyrocketing this strike issue is from the aspect of what, in SSANU they also have chairman. They have chairman like let me say chairman of the session, and I think that every chairman that comes into play wants to also go into strike. Let it be as if during his tenure there was a level of strike that he also bargained with his people. I think so because
Mr. Krika, I'm sorry to cut you here. Are you saying that someone will be comfortable to allow strike because the person want to make a statement?
Emma, now listen, let's get the point. We just pinpoint about somebody who, because his daughter has an ambition, says the world should fall down, heaven should fall, because his daughter has admission. Now, if these same people who are pushing for this strike, I'm not saying the government is doing very well, no, but from the aspect of SSANU and the rest that are pushing for strike, if they have children who are in the universities, who need to write exams, just as I am writing exams now, that need to write exams, would they push for what? For strike? Some of these people, their children are abroad.
But even if the children are abroad, Mr. Krika, they are working and they are not being paid.
Get my point.
They do not have payments.
See, strike is not the best way.
But they don't have salaries.
Strike is not the best way of
which is the best way. Yes, we know that Nigerians have been going on strikes for quite a long time now, but not solution. So which other way, which other measure do you think they should apply?
Emma, should I also let you know that from the universities they also have internal generated revenues?
Oh, yes.
Then where does that money go into? Sometimes when you want to hit on the government, we should hit on the people involved. See, a former president said, don't always look at what the government will do for you. Also look at what you do for the government. We are also hitting hard on the government. I am not saying hitting hard on the government is bad, but sometimes you hit on the people who are hitting on the government. Things are getting worse. You will increase your transport fare. You say it's the government. I'm not saying. See, Emma, there's something I want us to also create. Where we're also hitting the government, we should look at ourselves. We are also the government. We are the government because if If for example, in a school system, we have basic program, we have secondary program, we have part time, we have this, we have other things, GS registration, all those things. These are internally generated revenues that are entering in school, and now the government is also paying. Also, why not use those money that have been generated from this school also to also attend to other things. Also, let everything not be on the government. On the government, if you watch, you bring the same persons that are hitting on the government. You tell what the seat of power, they will do worst. That's yes.
All
because
right.
if on your they say charity begins at home. From your coffers, you cannot also assist the government. How do you assist the government? The government if you go to school, we have TED funds. The government are the one sponsoring this TED fund. So please, on the other part, why because they feel that it's when they hit on going on strike, that's when the government will. What if you go on strike on 10 years and the government is to make move?
Mr. Akram.